This is a story called To Find My Children. Katie is a young mum of 3 whose husband Robert has just left her. He's taken all her money and left her with nothing. There's barely enough food to go around, and Katie and her 3 kids, Caleb aged 6, Linda aged 4 and Lucy aged 18 months, are having to eat only small portions of food so that there's enough for the next day. About a week after Robert left, Katie and the kids were kicked out of their house because of rent arrears. This leaves Katie with no choice but to go and find work. The thing is, she has no one to take care of her kids so that she can work at night time. One day she walks into a place to apply for a job, and the man tells her about a place called the Children's Rescue Centre. He tells her that they will look after the kids for her while she finds work and somewhere to live. However, when she gets to the Children's Rescue Centre, they ask her to say that she's leaving her kids there until she can find them somewhere to live and to find a job. They also got her to sign some papers saying that there were medical forms giving them permission to get her kids medical treatment if they needed it. Katie can't read or write, so she doesn't know that the forms are actually for her to sign the custody of her kids over. She goes back one day and her kids are there and they are all fine. However, when Katie goes back a few days later to tell the kids that she's found a job and somewhere for them to live, she discovers that they are not there. She asks the lady who gave her the forms to sign, "Where are my children?" "Now, Mrs. Bradley, you know that you signed the papers giving up the custody of your children and your parental rights," said the lady who was called Miss Taylor. "I did no such thing. You said that there were medical forms and forms saying that I was leaving my children in your care temporarily," said Katie. Now, Mrs. Bradley, your children have now been adopted. They've been sent to a good home. They have parents who love and care for them," said Miss Taylor. "I never agreed to that. You told me the forms were medical forms. I want my children back, and I'm not leaving here until I get them," said Katie. "Now, Mrs. Bradley, your children are not here. I've already told you that they have been adopted. Now you must leave at once or I will be forced to call the police," said Miss Taylor. "I want my children back. I never agreed for them to be adopted," said Katie. "This is your last chance, Mrs. Bradley. Either you leave now or I will call the police," said Miss Taylor. Katie left, and as she did, a lady came up to her. "Hi, Mrs. Bradley, my name's Mary Donovan. I heard you arguing with Miss Taylor. What exactly has happened?" asked Mary. "I brought my kids here to be looked after until I could find a job and somewhere for us to live. Miss Taylor's saying that I signed over custody of them and they've been adopted," said Katie. "That's not right. You will be able to fight this, Katie. I will represent you free of charge," said Mary. "Thank you," said Katie. "Now tell me about the forms, please," said Mary. "Well, Miss Taylor told me that I was signing forms saying that I agreed for the home to take care of my kids and for them to provide medical care if needed. Now she's saying that there were forms for me to sign my children over to them. I never agreed to that. I love my children. I would never give them up." "Katie, can you read?" "Yes, of course," said Katie. Mary put a newspaper in front of her and told her to read it. "I can read," said Katie. "No, you can't," said Mary. "No, I can't, but it doesn't make me a criminal," said Katie. "No, but it does make your case stronger," said Mary. "How do you work that out?" asked Katie. "You can't read, so you didn't know what was written on the forms. The home took advantage of that and they took your kids and put them up for adoption legally. You have a strong case against them, Katie," said Mary. "Does that mean that I'll get my kids back?" Katie asked Mary. Yes, hopefully, said Mary. One day a young girl heard Katie and Mary talking about the home, and she went over to them and told them that the home had done the same to her. Mary decided to look into the home, and more mums came forward with the same story as Katie. It turned out that over 1,000 kids had been adopted from the home over the years. Mary knew that she now had a strong case against the home. On the first day of the court case, Mary told the judge that all the adoptions from the home were illegal and all of the parents should be reunited with their children. The judge said that this was impossible. However, it turned out that the same judge had dealt with and allowed every single adoption. The judge was sacked from her position, and both her and Miss Taylor were sent to jail. Over time, a lot of children were given back to their parents. Katie learnt to read and write, and she was given a full-time living job at the home, along with some other mums. There were no adoptions. The home was just for kids whose parents had to work and needed somewhere to leave them. However, it was also a home for children who had no parents and who had come from abusive homes. Some of the kids with no parents and from abusive homes either stayed at the home until they were old enough to go it alone. Others stayed until social services found them at permanent adopted homes with adoptive parents. The end. Thank you.